In this video today, I'm going to be showing you how to bulk and some successful tips that help me bulking and a couple tips that aren't anywhere on YouTube or you can't find any. Let's get into the video. Take a seat. This is me in 2022. This is me in 2023. Yes. This is what a successful bulk looks like. I bulked up about 25 kilos. I'm very happy with it and I'm no longer considering myself skinny. So I think what's really important is that you got to recognize that you're skinny. And you can say, oh, I'm not that skinny, I'm comparing myself to XYZ. But you got to understand, if you're anywhere below 60, 65 kilos and you're above maybe 5'6", you're skinny. That's just plain and simple. There's no way around it. You are skinny and you got to put more weight on if you want to have a better physique. And now, not everyone wants a great physique, but I just recommend trying to bulk up more. I was really skinny and I wasn't really happy with the way I looked. So I'll start off with what is the general purpose of bulking. So bulking is increasing the amount of calories that you consume, and this allows you to increase the amount of protein you're consuming, which is quite important, as the more protein you are consuming, the more muscle you're going to put on, pretty much bluntly. Obviously, if you're consuming 500 grams of protein, your body's not going to need 500 grams, but the more protein, the better. And it's very easy to do this whilst you're bulking, as you can eat whatever you want. Another really important thing is the amount of glycogen that is stored around your body. So you're increasing the amount of carbohydrates, which is eventually converted into glycogen, which can be used as a fuel source for working out. And it's going to give you more efficient workouts and allow you to expend more energy whilst working out. So I'm going to define what bulking is. And most people thinking, oh, it's eating more food. Well, put simply, yes, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. It's eating over your maintenance calories. So your maintenance calories might be 2,500 calories. And in order for you to bulk successfully, most people on YouTube will be saying, oh, eat 800 calories over your maintenance calories, but your maintenance calories is really wrong. And I found this after I changed this, I was able to put on mass a lot easier. It's looking at the amount of active calories you consume as well as your maintenance calories. Because most people I find, especially young, we've got sport on, we're doing a lot of exercise, and that's not really factored into the equation. Because if I'm only eating 600 calories over my maintenance, but if I'm got soccer practice 3 times a week and I'm doing park run once a week, I'm going to be burning so many more calories and I'm really not going to bulk successfully. I might on average have 200 calories over, and that's not really going to help me. So what I would recommend is look out how much exercise you're doing for one thing and actually record the amount of calories you're burning each day. So you can use a Whoop, which is really effective, at Apple Watch. That's what I'd recommend if you're serious about bulking. Another really key thing, I think no one talks about this, is that your bulking should be counted in weeks and months, not in days. So obviously it's really easy, and everyone I know does this, right? They'll say, oh, I ate 4,000 calories, yet you had McDonald's or whatever, 24 nuggets, and you end up eating a ridiculous amount of food. And yes, that is successful for the bulk. For the next day, you're eating 1,500 calories, and it's not really helping you at all. And on average, from going from 4,000 to 1,500, if you keep doing that every week, you might end up only 3,000 calories or something like that when you're really trying to bulk or consume 3,500 calories. So you want to look at a week amount of your week's amount of calories, and then a month's amount of calories, and see how accurate that is. How are you actually going to track your calories? So tracking your calories is quite easy. I use MyNet Diary. I'm not really too focused on tracking my calories currently, but I would recommend using it, especially if you're bulking. It's very important to see how much you're actually consuming. So what this does, it also measures like fats, proteins, carbs. It's completely free. MyFitnessPal is good, but this MyNet Diary is completely free and it has all the benefits, like you can use a barcode to scan food, etc. And MyFitnessPal, you have to pay for that. So another really key tip that I hear everyone talk about on YouTube, Joe Fraser especially said this, is that when you have a meal, you want to eat and you just want to get off your phone and focus on eating. So you're probably thinking, oh, I don't really need to worry about that. You watch YouTube whilst you're eating. Set a timer on your phone for about 7 minutes and eat for 7 minutes, and you will not feel as full quickly. But if you're taking a bite every 30 seconds or a minute and you're watching a YouTube video or whatever you're doing on your phone, you're not really distracted and your body feels full so much quicker. But if you just focus on eating, you're going to achieve eating so much more easier than when you're on your phone, and instead of a meal taking 10 minutes to eat, it's going to take 45 minutes and you're wasting so much more time where you could be eating more food in that time. So what you want to be eating is essentially anything, but it's a little bit open-ended though. I'll get to it in a second. So what to eat? I would strongly recommend try to get as much protein, as much food from natural food. I don't really believe in processed foods. Obviously, you can have a cheat meal when you're bulking, but please just make healthy food at home. It's so much better for you, and it's probably cheaper as well than buying processed crap, because then you've got so much sugar and other stuff in it. Obviously, you want to be looking for high-calorie foods, but at the end of the day, if you're eating high amount of animal protein, getting really good amount of carbs and fats in, you're going to bulk up. And just steer clear of the processed foods, please. You're going to miss out on so many vitamins and minerals, stuff like that. That's really not going to help you bulk up. And as well, when you're eating your protein, make sure most of it is red meat, eggs, white meat, like chicken and stuff, because that contains all the essential amino acids for protein synthesis. And obviously, you want that. It's vital compared to having like soy protein or crap like that. That doesn't really help you in building your muscles. A key thing with bulking is the mindset that needs to change. I know so many people that have told me, oh, Kyle, how did you bulk up? Oh, I ate more food. And people think, oh, okay, I'll eat more food. And they just can't stomach the food. And this is normal because you've been eating like this for 15, 16, 20 years of your life, eating small portions. What I would recommend is increase the amount of water you consume, right? Your stomach is like a balloon. Once you consume more water, it's going to stretch your stomach and allow for more food to be consumed. And this isn't going to happen overnight. It's going to take a week or two, and then you're going to be able to eat so much more food and feel less full. In addition, I would recommend a little challenge here. If you leave any food on your plate, you have to do 50 push-ups. And it's as simple as some of these mental challenges you give yourself. If you're not able to consume all the food you put on your plate or calorie goals, have a punishment or have some as a deterrent in the way so it helps you achieve these goals easier. Because most people, they just end up say, oh, I don't really care. But if you put a deterrent in place or punishment for not achieving it, you'll achieve these goals so much quicker and so much more easier. In addition, bulking is a complete mindset. It just does your mindset in. You're thinking you've just been existing on small amounts of food all your life, and now you're going to eat all of this food more. So just take some time, slowly increase the amount of calories you're consuming. It's not a race. We can get there. It's only taken me about 18 months to bulk up 25 kilos. Once you start getting there, you're really going to be easily able to start bulking up seriously. Once you've improved your stomach, once you've improved your mindset, that's where you're going to see the key difference. Another real key thing that I found that changed my whole bulking journey was that I was able to overcome excuses. And at the end of the day, if you want to make excuses, you're not going to succeed in life. You got to be responsible for every outcome that occurs, especially with bulking, because you're in control of the food and what you eat, what you put into your mouth. What people will say, some excuses are, oh, well, I eat what my parents give me. Just talk to your parents, ask for extra food. It's really not that much more expensive for them to give you an extra serving. It might end up costing them an extra $5 a day. And that $5 is not a lot of money at the end of the day here. In addition, you could also ask to cook your own food. So obviously, if you're a bit older, I'd recommend cooking your own food as well. Even if you just cook an extra meal for yourself, it's really going to benefit you a lot more than not cooking anything at all. So another big thing is when overcoming excuses is that, like I said before, you are responsible for what you eat. And this comes with every single thing in working out and for the bulk to be successful. If you're not going to be working out whilst eating all this crap food, you're going to end up being fat and it's not really going to help. You've got to exercise and work out during the bulk, or there's no point of you bulking because you'll just end up looking like a blob. So just to summarize here, bulking is really important if you're skinny. I seriously would recommend it if you're below 65 kilos and you're above 5'6", which is probably 90% of people are above 5'6" or whatever. But I just strongly recommend it. It's really important, especially if you're just starting in the gym. This is a real recommendation. Just bulk. At the end of the day, if you get a bit fat from it, I got up to maybe 87 kilos, but cut back down. And it's not that hard to cut. Cutting is easy, especially if you've been a skinny kid all your life. You just eat less food. At the end of the day, if you can take away one thing from a video, is don't make up any excuses. It's a long-term thing and you're accountable for everything that happens. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, I also made another video on why you're fat. You should click that. All right, see ya.